ladies and gentlemen, dude and dudettes. I'm Matt Burns.
And I am very sleepy. Sleepy.
Rise from your grave. Nope, that didn't work. Someone get the bucket of water.
Give me a sip of coffee. Ooh, coffee.
Give me a sip of that John coffee. No, actually, that sounded rather wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you had your coffee?
No.
Oh, hello, cheeky.
That says otherwise.
Wow. That was a juice burp. Now I've had a sip of coffee. What do we get out here? And it's worn off.
There you go. I'm surprised you just didn't say stick it into his veins.
Shove it in my ass. Never mind. Anyway.
Okay. Right. And with that, that completes madness out the way. Some of you may already know, some of you may not know. This episode is pre-recorded.
Yes, it is very, very pre-recorded, very premature, a lot like many people's predictions.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. God damn it.
Anyway, all I'm going to say is... You've broke my track of thought now, straight away. Automatically, without even trying. But anyway, episode's pre-recorded, but we're still going to be treating it as a live episode. So if there is any fuck-ups or anything that goes wrong, it'll most likely be left in. I hope I don't have a usual fuck-up in what I state.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, that's going to be even worse.
Oh, yes.
Because people will be like, but you could have corrected it. You could have. But we still want to do it as if it's live.
Yes.
But before we get to the absolute madness that is the burning truth, James Irvine, would you please?
Thank you, Matt Burns. I do believe that it is time for the Sunday, but not so Sunday, 6 p.m. watershed. So without further ado, I bring to you the 6 p.m. watershed at 8:45 on a Saturday.
Yes.
But only 6 p.m. on a Sunday. Okay,
Yes.
Straight into it. The following broadcast may contain language and opinions and topics that may not be suitable for younger listeners, or for those that are easily offended, pussies. However, I do believe that Marvin the Martian is much easier on the eyes and ears.
Nice reference.
You like that one?
Nice reference.
You like it?
I love it.
Fucking loves it.
And that is a nice little... yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Just to point out, the Burning Truth are definitely in full support of Black Lives Matter.
We are also advocates for hashtag speaking out and the LGBTQ plus community.
That we are. We have also got the vlog that is out for this week. And just to point this out, I'll just state the title of it, which is In the Seat.
In the seat?
Yes,
Temperature so high, matey.
I did wonder when that was going to come flying in out of nowhere.
Well, it's like an RKO. Straight out of nowhere.
In the seat.
In the seat.
I jumped so high, matey. Anyway.
Oh dear. If anybody's actually wondering about that, like really, really wondering, we can actually send you a GIF. If you want to know why we keep saying jump so high, matey, we can send you a GIF and you'll kind of get the idea.
You just have to replace one person.
Yes. Hulk Hogan for Matt
Yep.
Burns.
Damn it. My jump was not that bad.
Jump, motherfucker. Jump, motherfucker. Jump so high, matey.
Jump, motherfucker.
Oh, did you see the height on that, matey? I jumped so high, matey.
Hogan's was shit. Mine was just, I completely fucked it up. Anyway.
Timing is everything.
And comedy is paramount.
Oh, yes.
Anyway. Shall we get down to business? Because when we say, even though this is a pre-recorded episode, we have a lot to discuss.
A lot of wrestling content.
We've got a lot of rumours, a lot of speculation. We've got to cover a bit of a quick shift of the, predictions. We've got, we may even have to address a certain pay-per-view, but we're not doing a full review of it because we'll be here all day, probably mostly me ranting.
Yep.
Shall we just get down to it?
Let's get down to business.
Yeah. Where would you like to start?
I will start. I really want to get this rumour mill out the way because it's irritating.
For sure, start it off.
So I don't know if you, like me, you follow different wrestling groups, different ones with different content, but some of you may also follow the official Chris Jericho page on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
Such like myself and Matt Burns do, obviously, because we love Chris Jericho.
He's good.
He is the GOAT.
Yeah.
So, on Chris Jericho's page, well, no, actually, I'll get to that part in a minute because that's where it gets it. But anyway, on these other pages, specific pages, they are All Elite Wrestling, they are WWE, they're also just like ourselves, The Burning Truth, where it's just we talk wrestling content.
And some of it's nonsense.
Yeah. Well, mainly us talking bollocks is pretty much all you're going to get on The Burning Truth.
But the difference is if we are going to put something out as a fact, we will state it as fact.
Yes, exactly. And we will also provide you with a link if you get a bit testy.
Yes.
So anyway, a lot of people, they're allowed to post on these sites as well. And I don't know why I follow some of them, which I will end up going for my bin list eventually. But we've all heard the rumours. Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, whichever persona you're wanting
the
to
American
have.
Dragon, Bryan Danielson, whatever.
Yeah. Either way. And then you've got CM Punk, which to me would be the bigger coup out of both of them. That's me personally, because I'm a big fan of CM Punk. I do like CM Punk.
No. I agree with you on that, but the reason why I agree with you is for other reasons. But please continue.
Yeah, but it's for personal opinion, isn't it? Really, it's just my personal preference between the two.
No. I agree with you. No, I actually agree with you. It's just different reasons. It's like with Daniel Bryan, he has been on TV and he's been showcased and he's been regularly seen. He's been off TV for a bit and he is a phenomenal wrestler. He just wants to spend some time with his family, which you can't blame him. Punk, on the other hand, the way his career ended in WWE wasn't great.
No, it wasn't.
It was abrupt, it was sudden, and then he tried... And I'll say this to anybody, a lot of people can knock him, like his opponents did at UFC.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
Chris
Sorry.
Tucker, man, you got knocked the fuck out.
Right. Okay. He got pummeled twice, only suffered one loss and one thrown out. Okay, but the point being is, give him credit where credit's due. He attempted to at least put his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, and failed miserably, but
He didn't do
that's
great
not
at it,
that.
but at least he tried. The point being is, he didn't, a guy as good as Punk is, a guy so gifted on the damn mic, and one that when he was wrestling, either WWE, ROH, or any other company, name it, stood out.
Yes,
Agreed?
like a sore thumb. Yeah, like a sore thumb.
He stood out. He grabbed your attention. Done.
The thing is, what I'm trying to say is, though, is like the way, I get what you're saying, like the way that he exited and all that sort of stuff. He kind of didn't help himself, but
No.
at the end of the day, he was already onto the fact that it was just generic bullshit that he was being forced to participate in.
Yeah.
But my main gripe isn't with all that. My main gripe with these bloody webs, these bloody pages on Facebook, and there are very, very many of them, is that they are, some fans are like, they're that excited. They are putting pictures of CM Punk on the official headboard for AEW and claiming that he's officially signed. Now, if there are any football or soccer fans out there, or it doesn't really matter actually, any sport, football, baseball, rugby, it's not official until it is official.
Yeah.
And because you read it on some source that you got from, I don't know, fucking Nando's, and you read it on the bottle of a fucking ketchup in Aldi or fucking, Walmart or wherever it is you are.
Come again.
It doesn't make it true. Stop posting it. It's getting it. Yes, it is an exciting prospect. CM Punk returning after 7 to 8 years out of the wrestling business, saying that he'd never return. It is a very exciting prospect that he will wrestle again, because let's just face facts, the scene hasn't been the same without him.
Yes.
And Daniel Bryan as well, exactly the same. It is two very exciting prospects, and I would genuinely look forward to seeing Daniel Bryan versus Kenny Omega again. I really would. Oh God, yeah, it would be so much fun. But
wait. There is a gift for that, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
We wouldn't know what it is.
No, definitely not.
Take my money.
Philip J. Fry, take my money. But anyway, so yeah, they've been doing that, like taking pictures from WWE and putting them on AEW official headboards, and it's old. It's getting old now. Just stop. It's not official until AEW either announce it themselves, like they did with Sting, even though Sting was like, whoa, that was out of the blue. And also we'll get back to Sting in a bit anyway, because I want to talk about Sting.
No. Sting was the same as somebody else, but with Sting, it wasn't actually official. Actually, with Sting, because Sting did something else before to make it official. He actually went down the other method, the same one as Malachi Black. He debuted first. He turned up.
Yeah. Well, that you just don't let me finish, do you?
Don't let me finish.
Sorry.
You don't let me finish. You'd never make a very good sexual partner for me because you just don't let me finish.
Sorry.
So you should be, cock block.
I'll stop being a tease. Anyway.
Point being is, slut.
Anyway, point being is, what my colleague's trying to state is, either when they've made the announcements, as in AEW, or they turn up on the show, it's not official. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a certain YouTube video states it best, if I'm not mistaken, which I believe it was, I think the series was called If Google Was a Guy, and on one segment he actually turned around and says, just because I have it doesn't mean it's true.
Yes, exactly. And also, if Google was a guy, Matt Burns would be your man.
Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, God, yes. That was so good. Very well timed. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
I enjoyed that a bit too much, actually. Oh,
no comments.
Mercy. Lord
anyway,
have mercy.
The point being is, until they turn up, it's not official. If you want to be able to say, has AEW got any new wrestlers? Yeah, Malachi Black. How about even Chavo Guerrero Jr. being on their product?
Oh yeah, that really fucking shocked me. That did.
Right. Point being is, he wasn't actually officially announced on there, but he turned up. So technically, you could say he's a part of him. But even then, technically, they don't even have to be. They could even turn up in a way and not be officially signed. They could even have an unofficial agreement, but they'll still be part of AEW.
Or they might not have a wrestling role.
Yes.
Like CM Punk went back to WWE, but not on a WWE contract.
No, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember the network.
Well, it was when they went over to Thingy, wasn't it? SmackDown went over to what you call Thingamabobby. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Who? Oh, fucking hell, help me out, New Day. Who? Help me out, Ric Flair. Woo! No, I said who, not woo. Help me out, Charlotte. Queen of the Ring.
Give me the belt.
Give me a belt. I don't want to be the last one to beat the record. Fuck off. Anyway, talking AEW, fuck off, Charlotte.
You're like Fox, aren't you?
Yes. Fucking Fox.
I'm surprised you didn't think Fox instantly, seeing as we mentioned Philip J. Fry.
Yeah, but Philip J. Fry is now Disney.
Yeah, he is now. It was previously Fox, but I believe... Hang on, don't Disney own Fox now?
Yes, they own TV rights and movie rights to a lot of movies and TV programs now, including The Walking Dead. But we're not talking about that anyway. We're talking about AEW. AEW.
Please continue.
So anyway, as we were saying...
Yep.
Fox, he was on...
a Fox contract.
A Fox contract for SmackDown, wasn't he?
It was for their show, if it was.
Talking Smack, was it?
Well.
Or is that the new version of it?
I think that's the new version. It's the one that Renee was on.
Mm-hmm.
The one that Renee made.
Renee Dupree.
It was actually Fox Sport, if you want to be technical.
Yeah, well, anyway, he had a contract for that, and, that's the only way that he'd return to WWE. And even then, he was very outspoken about how crap the fucking content was.
Oh, bloody hell.
He was fucking borderline brutal, but he was honest, a bit like I am. Too fucking honest. And he talks a lot of sense because he knows the industry and he gets the industry where I'm not as knowledgeable as Punk, but, you know, I'm not fucking stupid.
Wasn't talking smack, WWE backstage.
There you go, WWE backstage.
My brain just suddenly just went boom.
After you Googled it.
Nope, I actually didn't. No, I was just there thinking to myself, I was going through...
Google.
No, I was going through my head, I was like... I only remembered it, oddly enough, because I remember his thingy. His segment where he did his entrance and everything was like, he's walking through backstage and my brain's like, it's like, come out from back... It's fucking backstage, motherfucker.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, WWE backstage. And the good thing about it is, I enjoyed WWE backstage. Because it had a bit of honesty in it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. He wasn't part of the WWE, so he was, you know, thingy, but we all remember the infamous pipe bomb. Sitting on stage, he wanted a match with Stone Cold. That could have happened.
And he had a Stone Cold t-shirt on.
And not just because he had a Stone Cold t-shirt on, because it was, I reckon, because they actually did a promo with JR.
Yeah.
If you remember rightly.
Mm-hmm.
They did a promo with JR. Now, Punk wanted a match with Austin. Austin wanted a match with Punk. Austin's always said that he would always happily come back to the ring if the match was right. And then he said that he would only wrestle Punk.
Yeah.
And
but now, obviously, it was even part of the game, wasn't it? It's because they were advertising in part of the game, Dream Match.
Yeah, exactly. Because Punk was like top dog at the time.
Yeah.
And Austin was like, "You ain't taking my title without me saying so. Without me saying so." You know what I mean? So it kind of clashed and it worked, and it was, you know, it was a missed opportunity by WWE. They fucked that one up.
It's a dream match because the polar opposites. Wow.
Yeah, they are.
Gimmick-wise,
they are, but they both get the industry.
Yeah.
And you know, they're both very honest, and that's what I like about Stone. Sometimes Stone Cold can be a bit blowing McMahon's horn because McMahon gave him the chance and he excelled way beyond everyone's expectations.
True, it might be the case, but then again, bear in mind that what happened in WCW.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's just...
You can't blame him.
No, you can't blame him. So, yeah, he always thinks... But that was a missed opportunity. But now Punk gets the opportunity. If he goes to AEW to actually wrestle, he's got the opportunity now to end his career, like Daniel Bryan as well, to end his career on his terms.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan got cleared from concussions. He was medically cleared by doctors. WWE clearly couldn't fucking hold him back any longer. It was either like, you take me back or I go elsewhere.
It wasn't that fact. They basically wanted him to do more dates than what he was willing to do because he's a family man now. And he was like,
yeah, right now, though. Right now.
No.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying now. It's like, not being funny, I'm a family man now. And I can't be doing them dates. Well, you with us, just like, not really, because my contract's due up. And they never resigned.
And this is the thing with AEW, is like, he could still be earning good money and putting in a shift, but he can do it on his terms.
Yeah.
And that's the bonus about AEW. And if, say, like, he wanted to go back to New Japan or Ring of Honor, he's got the door open there to go and do it.
The forbidden door.
The forbidden door. It's open. The world is his oyster.
Saw that one.
And the same for CM Punk as well. The world is also his oyster.
Oyster.
And no, not to confuse it with the London Underground Oyster cards. Oyster cards. But anyway, I digress. But That's the main. That's the main thing.
I'm gone.
Did you enjoy that?
It was just the timing of it. Good timing.
But anyway, on the subject of AEW, and obviously we want you to stop posting stupid fucking pictures of these wrestlers in certain fucking AEW backgrounds because it's very annoying. It's not true. It's not official until it's official. But also on AEW, Chris Jericho put out an article on Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
So there could be a lot more in it than what we think. So, you know, they're the sort of things that you should be looking for.
Yeah.
Not fucking Uncle Jeff sitting in his fucking basement with his fucking milk bottle bottom glasses on going, I know what I'm going to type. I'm going to type. In fact, actually, no, I'm not going to type. I'm going to find a border, an AEW border, and I'm going to cut and paste Daniel Bryan from 2015 and stick it on a poster. Because I'm cool.
I know another a YouTube channel like Wrestle Talk make a joke taking the mick when they turn around and say they've mentioned another product and they always make the joke of, you know, Vince McMahon and Vince McMahon to AEW confirmed. CM Punk to AEW confirmed. And they are clearly taking the mick with it.
Yeah, but it's boring. It's not funny anymore.
No. When they're doing it, you can clearly see they're actually doing it out of the realm of possibility. They stopped mentioning CM Punk to AEW since the whole mention of it being possibly true, because in their eyes, even they agree with us in the fact that it could be true, but they're not officially making the statement that it is confirmed because it's not fucking confirmed.
Yes, exactly. And let's just have a bit of mystery about wrestling, can we? Can we just have a bit of mystery? Because I used to love it. It's like I spent 12 months of my life when Austin went off to have his neck surgery after he got run over. Yeah. I genuinely thought back then that, oh, God, Austin's been run over. Oh, God, he's still out. And it's like he came up with a video 3, 4, 5, 6 months later just stating that he was in recovery and blah, blah, blah. He's had to have neck surgery, and when he comes back, he's going to kick their ass and all this lot. I do remember that specific promo because he was wearing his hunting cap, neck brace, and his army camo fucking jacket. So,
and oddly enough, even
anyone wants to fucking fact check me, fucking do it. I know, I'm a big fan. Fuck you. You.
It's not just that. The fact is, the odd thing about it is, what's so iconic about it is that even with a broken neck, he looked like he looked like a badass with a broken neck, almost like Kurt Angle.
Well,
you know, winning gold medals with a broken freaking neck.
Yeah, but he doesn't like to mention that.
No, he doesn't.
Especially not on social media just lately. He doesn't like to mention it.
And doesn't mention it, especially since Conor McGregor broke his leg.
Oh, no, Orange Cassidy broke his leg, remember?
Oh, yes.
Orange Cassidy broke Conor McGregor's leg.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Have mercy.
I will say this. None of you are going to probably... That's an in-joke, that is. And the funny thing about it was, what made it so funny about it is, I believe... Who was it that... I know somebody sent the picture in of Orange Cassidy doing his usual skit that he normally does, and I just followed up the next picture of Conor McGregor being stretched out on a gurney.
Yep. It is funny. It is very funny. But, oh, God. What are we like, man? We just...
Yeah.
We are like somebody. We're like two blokes that sit in a room, smoke a spliff together, and then talk bollocks.
Just minus the drugs.
Just minus the drugs. Because I'm already high on life, baby.
Point being is yes.
Don't do drugs.
Agreed with that. Yes, it's all fine and dandy. You can be all excited and everything. Fine with it.
Just keep yourself in check.
keep it in check, because bear in mind that certain people who may not be as clued up or may not be as savvy on the internet might actually start believing it, and then when it doesn't happen,
they lose faith.
They lose faith. So
they lose faith. But this is why I like the mystery. I like the mystery side of it. It's like if you watch football, soccer, or you support a team and they get a signing, and it's like, oh, this player's going to be signing for us soon, and then it doesn't happen, and you're all disappointed and that. I'd rather just not know until it's announced and you've got a photograph of them shaking the hand of the owner of the club or the wrestling company, or or the signing the documents, or they've made their debut.
And I'll be honest with you, right? There is a few other places who have been doing this right, which I'll be addressing a bit later. The scary thing about this, if you look into the past right now, did anyone predict that when Austin broke his neck that they were going to that they're going to eventually shift the blame onto Rikishi?
I don't know. You'd have to ask your mate Russo. He probably had a dab hand in it, mate.
Did anyone in WCW expect Hogan to turn villain with the Outsiders, even though a certain commentator almost let it slip?
Well, this is it though. It was mystery, and it was cool when it happened.
Yeah.
And look what was born from it.
Or, and this is the biggest one, and it was recent, the biggest shocker at the Royal Rumble, when Edge returned.
Exactly, and not a single piss. Oh, and another one, the Hardy Boys returning to WrestleMania. What was it? 36, was it?
I'm not 100% sure, but damn, what a way to make it a surprise.
They actually hid, I watched the back scenes, they actually hid from the wrestlers.
Yeah.
The only ones that knew were them and the creative team.
Yeah. Yeah, so the guys who were in the match are like, what the fuck?
I would imagine that the New Day and that.
New Day will probably have known, but then, I hope...
I don't know, though, because Xavier Woods, his reaction was a bit fucking, like...
natural.
He was either the world's greatest actor or it was really natural.
Mm.
So I don't know. But, so we're going off topic again. So the mystery, just keep the mystery. And I waited for a whole year for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Didn't think he was ever going to come back. And then when they started teasing that he was coming back, it was just they thought it was The Rock playing mind games. I was like, he's not going to come back now. It's that's done now. That is. And when it happened, and it was announced for Backlash that Linda McMahon announced for Backlash 2000 that it'd be in The Rock's corner.
Everyone was like, yeah, right.
And he doesn't turn up until the last 5 to 10 minutes of the match against Triple H, whilst, the whole corporate faction was going on and everyone had got it in for fucking Rock. And Stone Cold turns up, nails Briscoe, nails fucking Patterson, nails fucking all the fucking McMahons. And it's just like, yes, thank God, there it is, oh fucking God. And then he changes his music and he comes back the next week just to find out who had run him over. And it was like, fuck, I love it. I'm in love.
You tuned in. You tuned in.
Yeah, you tuned in. And why would you want to, you're taking away the fun from people when you just like, oh, such and such a body's going to turn up on this show or they're going to turn up on this show. Yes, it's okay if they're already wrestling or they're already signed with the company, like Sting was. Like Malachi Black now, he's in AEW. He's going to be facing Cody Rhodes. And to be honest, the promo for that match is is pretty good. It's like dark versus light, and wow, it looks brilliant. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the banner? It looks really good.
Yeah.
I think I might have to get that Fight app.
Yeah.
Because I'm missing out on too much wrestling content, and I'm getting really excited now because AEW is just really exciting me at the minute. Whereas
However,
I look at WWE, it's just making my dick dribble.
Wait, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes because yes, AEW are doing plenty of right things. They are,
but also they have done something rather unforgivable.
Do you want me to take this one or?
No, please let me take this one.
Actually, yeah, be safer because this one, I will say, if I started it off, I think it'd be quite profanity.
Really? You're talking about profanity to me?
I can't. Just please.
You wouldn't be able to contain yourself.
Please continue.
So, right, the Forbidden Door has been opened. AEW is in with Impact, which is in with Ring of Honor, which is in cohort with New Japan, but also it is now in cohort with GCW.
Game Changer Wrestling.
Not so long ago, Matt Cardona turned up.
Shocked them.
Shocked everybody by making them think that it was Moxley.
Pure genius.
Pure genius, yeah. Because obviously they love Moxley.
Yeah.
And Moxley, for me, is just like one of the best characters I've seen since Austin.
Yeah.
One of the best characters since Austin. Let's just point, I said one of. So Matt Cardona gets everybody thinking that it's Jon Moxley. Reveals that it's Matt Cardona. Gives Nick Gage a load of shit.
And the fans.
And the fans a load of shit. Gets booed out of the building. Heel job. Fucking brilliant. Loved it.
No woo woo woo, but fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. A typical GCW event. So we fast forward. When did that happen? About 2-3 weeks ago.
About probably a bit more. Maybe
probably a bit more. Maybe a month.
Maybe.
They still haven't had that match, by the way. But it is coming up soon. Well, which brings me to my next point. Yes. Chris Jericho is still in feud with MJF, which I've got no problem with. Because it gets more and more funny every week.
It's brilliant.
It's just pure genius. Bearing in mind they were singing a duet together not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Which really pissed me off. But, it is what it is. Jericho's a genius. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He is the GOAT. MJF.
It's led to this.
MJF is a perfect heel. I love him. It's brilliant. He's got such a way with the mic. I love it. But Jericho now has got to resort to becoming the New Japan gimmick of the Painmaker Chris Jericho.
Which I'm fine with.
Why do you ask? Why do you ask?
I'm fine with that myself, personally.
We're both fine with that because we love Jericho.
It's Jericho.
We love Jericho. And, the Painmaker is a really, really vicious character.
Yes.
But not as vicious as somebody who is literally willing to go out of his way to actually try and murder you. He is probably the worst thing to happen to wrestling, to pure wrestling, since New Jack. And yes, I dare say that New Jack's dead. I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but You know, it's
no. I'm going to add my 2 cents into this.
Not yet, you're not. Just wait. Not yet. Just bear with me a second.
Right.
So, MJF cuts a wicked promo on Chris Jericho after Chris Jericho has been battered and bruised. MJF is sick to death of Chris Jericho's cronies getting involved in matches. Sammy Guevara obviously was the last straw. So what does MJF do? Wonder what? Well, we've already mentioned it. They introduce Nick Gage to AEW. Out comes Nick Gage. And JR summed it up perfectly for me. I thought that guy was in prison. You know what I mean? It's like, I thought that guy was in prison.
That's the only thing I will say about that segment that was hilarious.
Yeah, and I was like, I love you, JR. It's just brilliant.
Why JR is one of the best.
Exactly. Well, unless he introduces a title match as...
Or he mentions his show as the wrong company name.
Yeah.
But then again, bear in
or
mind...
the wrong title.
But bear in mind, cut him some slack. He has been at this for how long, and the place he's been mostly known for...
is WWE.
Cut him some slack.
Yeah. And he is fairly old, to be honest.
Cut him some slack. He's a world-class commentator.
Yeah. So anyway, that for me, as much as I'm going to be happy to see the Painmaker Chris Jericho, it's just, I do not like the whole death match thing. I mean, if Matt Cardona wanted to go over to GCW or Moxley wanted to go over, that's fine. I've got no problem with that. I do enjoy how they put the storyline together. But the death matches themselves, they're not for me. They're too dangerous. They are too dangerous.
Just don't do it like AEW's last one.
Yes, we don't talk about that one, though, because it was just like, if a firework had a fart, that would have been it.
Yeah. But anyway.
Silent but deadly.
Can I start now?
You may have your rant.
I'm going to keep this short, sweet, and simple as much as I can. I don't like Nick Gage simply because... It's because of one documentary I don't like him, more so. I haven't seen him on the other documentary yet. The only documentary I've seen him on is the... it's just... Do we need... It's just...
Well, let's just face facts. He's been on the dark side of the ring.
Yeah.
And am I a fan? No. I am not a fan of Nick Gage.
No.
Really, I'm not.
And bear in mind, he was on the David Arquette documentary. Now, David Arquette was doing something that he thought he wronged the fans. This guy, in his head, thought, oh, while he's trying to correct his mistake and do right by the business, I'll tell you what, I don't like him. I'm going to stab something into his neck.
Exactly. And try and kill him.
This is a Hollywood star who was doing a death match with him. Willingly. Right. And instead of taking care of him, he attempts to murder him. Now, and the stupid thing about it is, I know there's young fans who like Nick Gage. I don't know why. But he's not somebody you should be looking up to because, like Bret Hart has said in the past, wrestling is an art form. Hitting someone isn't.
Exactly.
Right? And my biggest issue with it is, whenever I've heard Nick Gage's name or even seen Nick Gage in a wrestling squared circle, someone's getting hurt, someone's going through something, or it's a death match. We all like a
a good hardcore match.
Well, we understand that there's variety. Yes, there is variety of slice of life, each to their own. But when you are seeing someone having to stop a match because they're having to keep a hand on an important vein to stop themselves from bleeding out, there's something wrong there.
Yeah, that's when you lose me. That is.
For me, personally, and this is my own personal, and I'm going to say this on the record. He might even hear this himself, and may ask to change my mind, or may have a gripe with me. For me, as with me having involvement with UKWA, he will not be at UKWA ever.
Yeah, mate, I don't even think he'd be let in the country. I really don't.
Period. Even if he somehow sneaked into the country, he's not being booked on UKWA because I don't see him as a wrestler. I just see him as
an idiot,
a glorified criminal who is assaulting his opponents.
Well, it's not just that though, is it? You remember that time when he was shit canned to the outside, and a piece of glass that failed to break went into his own body, so he nearly killed himself, and he thought it was a clever idea after he'd lost God knows how many pints of blood to try to say, no, I'm finishing the match. Well, no, actually, you're not finishing the match, because if you go out there, you're going to die.
It's either he's going to die or he's going to pick somebody up wrong, not have the strength because he's got blood loss, and probably kill someone.
Exactly. Oh, can we stop talking about Nick Gage now? Because
Move on.
Yeah, it's just...
No,
it's like
rant over. I've said my
piece.
piece.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just getting ridiculous, though, isn't it?
I've said my piece. I just don't like the fact that he's on AEW. He's on TNT. He's getting free publicity.
Yeah, exactly. You should... See, now... AEW... We all said that Omega versus Moxley in the first barbed wire match that they had.
Whoa.
That was like taking it to the extreme. That was about as extreme as I want to see it.
Yeah.
WWE, that's as extreme as I ever wanted to see it through the Attitude Era. That's as extreme as I wanted it to be. Because it was fun, it was safe, and it looked painful.
You know his comparison when WWE have got the infamous match of a certain Hell in a Cell at King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Which things went wrong, which was a car crash.
What, the Hell in a Cell?
The Hell in a Cell match, yeah. What happened? A car crash accident happened, didn't it? Going through the cage.
Yeah, but that was just one. It wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't multiple. Well, he got thrown off the side and then through it. But the point being is, there was still a certain degree of some safety. It wasn't on purpose. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it was stupid at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And Mick Foley could have died.
Oh, yeah.
But, again, there's too much blood in a death match. It just seems to be like, we all know that wrestlers are infamous for blading and what have you. Oh, excuse me for breaking kayfabe. Fuck off.
Yeah, I can think of one person who would be massively against that, against blading, straight off the cuff right now, immediately. He actually commentates for WWE right now. Nigel McGuinness. His story will actually confirm why you shouldn't be blading.
Because it's fucking stupid.
It's stupid, and you can end up dealing with blood. You can catch some dangerous illnesses.
Well, there you go. Nigel McGuinness is a fucking legend in his own right.
Yeah. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he actually even attempted to try and get. He was one of the advocates to get people to stop blading on shows, if necessary. As much as, yes, we understand that, adding blood into a match can heighten it within safe reason.
Well, you're telling a story, aren't you? It's a bit like the whole Austin and was it Austin and Undertaker or Austin and Kane?
Remember, you mean the first blood match?
Yeah.
Kane. But to be honest with you, a better one would be Austin Hart. Enough said.
Yeah. A lot of crimson.
Yeah.
But anyway, we digress. We're done talking death matches anyway. Death matches are just stupid, pointless, and Nick Gage is a fucking moron.
The funny thing about it is, he could actually be a really nice guy outside the wrestling business, but in the wrestling world, from what I've seen so far, he doesn't look it. From what I've seen, and when the camera, and as much as you can sit there and saying, but it's all an act, it's all an act. When you're doing a documentary when it's supposed to be outside, there is living the persona. But come on.
Yeah. Well, also as well is that. Actually, no. I want to talk about that at the end.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that at the end because we need to move on a little bit because we dragged the heels on that. We've had a good rant on that.
Move on.
So AEW, you fucked up there for me.
Yeah.
But either way, we're quite happy, so we digress.
You're not perfect.
Yeah, you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Just learn from your mistakes. And when you find out that it is a mistake, what's happened, what you're going to do there with Jericho. Because if he hurts Jericho, that's it. I'll go fucking nuts.
Oh, and by the way, I was going to put this out to anyone who kept us there saying that we always follow in AEW, can't say anything wrong about AEW. We just proved you.
Yeah, we just proved you wrong. And we can also prove you wrong in the sense that we're still not overly happy with the way that they treated the women at the start. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Wind your neck in a bit.
But congratulations on signing Thunder Rosa.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, Thunder Rosa, how much
Officially.
I love you so. Officially. Not only because it was posted on AEW, but it was also posted on her personal Thunder Rosa Facebook page, and I would imagine she's on Twitter. For some funny reason, I can't get on Twitter at the moment because
the gram.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's on Instagram.
And she's on Instagram, but anyway, we're just looking forward to some more good matches with Britt Baker and others.
Let's continue.
Ka-ching.
Let's continue. Where shall we go to next?
Well, I believe you're the Impact man, so if you want to talk about Impact, you can do.
Let's talk about a bit of Impact. Great to see Jay White, and I will say the storyline there. Okay, Jay White's not exactly directly going straight for Kenny Omega, which is fine. He's going for Finley's son instead first. Interesting, but that's part of it. I think that's part of the New Japan deal that they've got currently ongoing. But the point being is, they made sort of references to the fact that he is the leader of Bullet Club, and Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers are former members. And I believe the Good Brothers said, we are royalty to the Bullet Club. Bullet Club, royalty. And it was like, they try and tease, them all joining forces. Is this like the old Bullet Club versus the new Bullet Club? Jay White was also made an offer to Chris Bay to possibly joining the Bullet Club. So it could be Chris Bay could be making additional appearances elsewhere. It's just interesting because we don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing for Impact is that they can keep on trucking. So long as they don't try and go head to head with fucking Raw again.
No, but the funny thing about it is, now that they've nipped that in the bud and they're actually just focusing on their own shit, it's good quality.
Yeah. Well, I might actually, like I say, I might start watching a bit of Impact because obviously now you've got the crossover and everything.
And they've got crowds again.
Yeah.
So we haven't
got crowds again.
We haven't got the utter silence.
the awkward silence of when Shamrock, you catch him talking to his opponent.
Get up!
Or the infamous one,
Slap
me. Slap me.
But then again, that was a completely messed up situation.
Yeah, let's not go there anyway. We're talking Impact.
Please hit the play. Impact Wrestling, just add that in. Because otherwise that would have sounded so wrong.
Yeah, we're talking Impact.
Wrestling.
Oh, man.
Anyway, the point being is, it's looking good. And with Jay White turning around saying he's the real belt collector, it's hinting at could he be putting his dream championship on against Kenny Omega's?
Well, that's what... It's all open, because I told you this not long ago, didn't I? That I could see Kenny Omega going for the New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see him winning it. But then, not long after, when he's believing his own hype and that, I reckon he'll lose the AEW championship. Then I reckon he'll lose the Impact.
It'll have a knock-on effect.
Yes, exactly. It'll have a knock-on effect, and he'll lose more than he gained. Oh, excuse me.
Right.
He'll lose more than he gained.
So straight away, genuinely, I do recommend you do check out, you do have a quick glance over at Impact Wrestling. I know everyone turns around and says, they're not like what they used to be. No, they're not. They're not like what they used to be. They're not. It's not like how it is, but the wrestling's still good. Great content.
See, Impact, before it turned to Impact, and when it was TNA, they were signing. What they did was a WCW. They were buying. Well, they were contracting ex-WWE wrestlers that weren't going anywhere, and then weren't making appearances, but they were still being paid.
Yeah.
And there was only a handful, like Christian Cage and Kurt Angle.
I think the big mistake that they ever did was when they did the whole deal with Bischoff and Hogan.
That was just awful. Awful. But then again, Dixie Carter had a way of just having pure gold and turning it to shit.
No comment there.
But that's the history. It's just a small tinge of history.
It had its gems, but then they tried to use WWE nostalgia to take over their own content, their own stars, which was a big mistake. That I thought.
Exactly. No, it was definitely a big mistake, because you look at AJ Styles. He was there from the beginning. Samoa Joe, there from the beginning. They'd bought some
Daniels, Chris Sabin.
Yeah, they bought in a couple of ex WWE guys that were on lower contracts, like Test and.
Yeah. He was only there for a short time.
He was only there for a short time before sadly passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I'm just trying to think of who else.
Goldust. Oh. Black Rain. But we don't talk about Black Rain.
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty!
He was there for a little bit, wasn't he, before he passed away?
Shake it like a monkey. Yeah,
It's so amazing.
He was there for a while, but then he went over to NXT. But the point being is, they got it got its own history.
Yeah, it got its own history. So, when I first came onto the Burning Truth, I made it very clear that I didn't watch Impact Wrestling because I just wasn't keen on the product.
No.
I just thought it was just put out there as, some fart in the wind. It got some decent wrestlers on.
Well, it had.
Oh, there you go. Another one, Matt Morgan.
Made a superstar out of him.
Yeah, the blueprint, Matt Morgan.
The only problem I had with that, they made a superstar out of him. They just didn't pull the
do
trigger.
anything. Yeah, they just didn't do anything with him. It's easy to make a superstar out of somebody, but
Pull the trigger.
Exactly. And plus, we would all be fucking forgiven for mistaking him for Test. Because they look very similar.
At least he wasn't
Brother
stuttering.
from another mother.
At least he wasn't stuttering.
Yeah, but there was a reason behind that, though. But we won't go into that. So yeah, there's a history behind Impact. So now that it's tied in with a credible company that's literally everyone said would flop after its first 2 years, and
to
in
be
its
honest with
first
you,
2 years, it's become bigger than the third brand of WWE, which is actually the superior brand, NXT.
They're doing some good stuff over at Impact Wrestling, and the scary thing about it is they were doing some big numbers. They were getting some big. They were doing quite well at Impact. They've now, as much as they have gone into more like the small arena at the moment and everything, and they could eventually start hitting the road eventually. They don't necessarily need to at the moment. They're doing what's best for them, what's working for them.
Yeah, exactly, and they're actually pushing their homegrown talent as well.
Yes, but also mixing it with...
And that's what AEW are doing right as well. Impact are kind of learning from... because they had like Ken Shamrock, Rob Van Dam...
I'll be honest with you, I would not be surprised if Khan hasn't bought it and is doing this behind closed doors, sneakily.
Yeah, exactly.
If he is, it's because they're so... It's almost like they're on the exact same page book.
Yeah, it does.
Right? And if he has, but he's kept it without no one knowing, not the internet knowing, and believe me, that's got to be near on fucking impossible. With how many people talk, it's almost like a segment. You talk too much.
Yeah, it is.
Oh boy, you never shut up.
No, you never fucking do.
Anyway, that being said, there's some good watching there.
There is. There's lots of good watching. So that's why I'm thinking that I might actually just start dabbling in Impact, and watching like some of the free content on YouTube as well.
I'm about to make your day as well. One of the commentators, D'Lo Brown.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I love D'Lo Brown as well.
And he's good at it. He's good at it.
He's always been good with a mic, though. D'Lo Brown has.
But then again, D'Lo Brown is the mastermind of naming the people's elbow.
This is just like one of them facts that you just have to bring up that nobody fucking wants to care about.
Well, bear in mind the fact that the only reason why he named it is because they were actually mocking him when they were part of Nation Domination. I believe he was saying in regards to Papa Shango, former Papa Shango, as in former Godfather. They called it the 1, 2, 3 hitch. Because the Rock couldn't drop a left arm elbow drop. But it created an iconic move. Sorry for the boring fact. Shall we move on?
For fuck's sake.
Done.
I got all excited and then just like a cock block like you normally are, you tease me, and then you just go and start talking halfway through and then it goes soft.
Anyway. Are we done with Impact? Shall we move on?
For the love of God, yes, please.
Where shall we go? Because we've got to go either WWE main first or WWE NXT. as in UK.
We'll go NXT because I do feel like I'm just trying to avoid the subject at this moment in time.
I know
it's coming, but it's going to happen. That's why I wanted to start with AEW, something positive, positive. Company that's actually doing things right. Not everything, but they're doing things right. But also, as well, before we do move on, what I was going to say before you started fucking talking bollocks about fucking people's elbow and nation domination. Ron Simmons, damn!
Fair enough.
I was going to say that AEW, the thing that they are doing right, yes, they are bringing in ex-WWE superstars, but they are mixing them so well with the homegrown talent that you can't tell who is ex-WWE and who is AEW original.
Yeah.
And this is what I like about it, apart from the Young Bucks, they can fuck off.
And it's not the same shit every week.
And it's not the same shit every week, a la the Young Bucks. I am just so glad that I don't have to watch the, Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix versus the Young Bucks every week. That's all I'm going to say on that subject.
Okay.
But yes, what I am happy about is that you can't tell, and it's like Sting's there. Sting's had a match. It was awesome. He didn't look like he'd skipped a beat. He was putting himself out there. Yes, I'm old, but look at what I can fucking do. WWE, you fucked up there again. You never utilised him properly when he was there anyway.
Put him with Seth. Injured.
But now everybody who is watching AEW just for Sting, he blends in so well with the rest of the talent, and I actually put that down to Darby Allin.
I wouldn't say just Darby Allin. I think an additional point, and this is a good point, Sting isn't... He's using his, his historic, the fact that he's part of history, but he's not putting the focus mainly on him.
No, he's actually putting the focus on the future.
Yeah, and a case in point, other than just Darby, Orange Cassidy, anyone?
Yeah, Orange Cassidy. Look at that little skit that they did the other day. That cracked me up. I was in a... oh, God, it was
howling.
so funny. It was just... It's not like, normally Orange Cassidy, he starts it. He goes in with the first kick. And it's like, hands in pockets, sloth time, super sloth time. Sting, nah, mate, I'm kicking you first. Sting goes in, kicks him. Oh! Crowd goes nuts. Orange Cassidy goes back. Oh! They stare at each other. Sting goes in. Oh! Orange Cassidy goes back. Oh! And then it goes to the finale with the whole sidekick. Oh! Oh! It's fucking brilliant. But then Sting, what he does to make it even funnier, you know how he used to beat the fuck out of his chest when he was pissed off? He does it like
a sloth.
He does it like a sloth. He just taps his chest with his fist, dead slow and dead light, and it was just dead funny.
It's perfect.
But this is what I mean about the older generation of ex-superstars that are on the show, like Christian Cage, like Matt Hardy. They're giving back to the business by putting over the new talent.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy, ever since the Sammy Guevara incident, he's reinvented himself again.
Big money Matt. He's helping push Private Party.
Yeah, he's helping push Private Party. Fuck me, try saying that one fast.
That's why I thought slow it down.
But he's giving back to the business. It's just. I'm never been one to be like, oh yeah, I love Matt Hardy, blah blah blah. But then when he reinvented himself after the Hardy Boys split up and did version 2.0.
Genius.
It was brilliant. It was one of his better gimmicks. And then when he was in Impact, he did the whole broken Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
It was fucking genius. He did it in the WWE. They underutilized it.
No. It wasn't broken in WWE. He was woken.
It doesn't matter.
No, but
it's the same gimmick.
They didn't let him utilize it.
Yeah, but did you not notice that if you go back and watch some of the matches that he did, they actually referred to him as broken Matt Hardy?
Yeah.
So,
Oops.
Anyway, shut the fuck up, Matt Burns. What do you know, Mr. Google?
Don't test me.
This is a test.
I will bore you with facts again.
No, please don't. For God's sake. For the love of fucking chuff.
Please continue.
So, yeah, I just love how he can reinvent himself, get himself over, not just because he's Matt Hardy, but because it's a new, fresh gimmick. And, my God, did you see that shot that he made towards a fan on Twitter? Oh, it was fucking genius.
When I saw it, I just went, kid, you're done.
Yeah, I was like, people don't come to watch, what was it now? Oh, fucking hell. I wish I could find the quote. Oh, but it was a brilliant tweet, and he was like, no, they come to watch me because I'm Matt fucking Hardy. They like me because I'm Matt fucking Hardy. And it's like, whoa!
And the scary thing about it is, even when I know Tony Khan wasn't a massive fan of the so-called broken thing, but even in AEW, he tried to reinvent himself again with the whole Damascus twist. But then I sat down and thought to myself, is he going to be able to get away from that gimmick? And, is he going to be able to pull away from it? And, or is that going to be, all it is to him? And the answer is yes.
But these are the kind of wrestlers now that they're in a company where they can end their career on their terms.
Yes.
At the WWE, they can't do that.
Ooh.
Christian Gage, for argument's sake, in the WWE, he could have just had one last title run.
Could have.
Not just could have, but should have. Him and Edge could have come back, had their Benoit and Eddie Guerrero fucking moment.
Oh, hell yeah.
Title apiece.
Yep.
Crowd would have gone fucking mental for that.
Yep. And they would.
Philip J. Fry, you would have to... Mate, I would keep giving them my money. Even though I'd already seen it, I'd be like, take my money, take my money, take my money.
Don't care.
But honestly,
you'd literally make it rain. You'd be like, make it rain.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'd make it fucking rain. Be like, fucking take my money, bitch. But anyway, they could have had that moment, and it would have been a moment that would have, it would have rekindled a lot of passion towards wrestling in WWE. Yeah, they wouldn't have had to have kept the belts for long. It could have just been a couple of months. It's just a couple of months.
And the stupid thing about it is, he came back at the Royal Rumble, had the hug, and what did they do with him?
Nothing.
What the fuck?
Exactly. But anyway, we need to get on to NXT.
Right. Can I just address the NXT UK side first?
Yeah, you're more so the NXT guy, so,
I'll be quick about this.
That's what she said.
NXT UK, been absolutely brilliant, fine with it. The promo towards Walter and Ilya Dragunov. Good God, I can't wait for this match. Can't wait for it. When you've seen the first match, and you know you've seen it because it's not a match. It's an experience.
It was like one of our favourites. It was, I do believe it was our favourite match of the year last year.
Yeah.
On the TBT Awards.
Yeah. And then you've got Ilya Dragunov turning around and saying he is going to redefine violence within the boundaries of a match.
I was just about to say, you've got a big dude like that telling you that.
No. That's Ilya. And Ilya's not the biggest out in the match. Walter is.
I thought you said Walter said that.
Apologies. I slipped up then. It was Ilya who said it, but Walter turned around and says, yeah, we are going to redefine violence. I'm going to crush you under my dominance.
No,
under my dominance reign of superior wrestling.
Thank God for that. He saved it.
No, because, and the funny thing about it is, and what's so genius about it is, Walter's sitting there saying he does, and this is the best thing about it. If you just watch them two fighting each other, it doesn't matter who it doesn't matter who you're cheering for, because Walter is being so impassioned about the British wrestling, saying no one can step up to him because he is showcasing what wrestling should be, and that Ilya is not. He's not equipped to be professional enough for wrestling. He has to go down a mindless act.
Mm.
And yet, when you see Walter hit that chop, ouch. And on top of that, the beatings you've seen him give to his opponents, it's savagery. But then you've got Ilya, who comes in, and he's crazy enough to come at Walter with everything.
Yeah, and we all know how that ended last time.
Oh, yeah. But the point being is, it's still enough to put doubt in your head. Could he make the reign come to an end?
Well, I'm kind of hoping so, because he's had it long enough now, hasn't he, really?
Oh, yeah. But the problem I have with it is they did the build-up, they did the talking and everything, and then they just did a quiet segment saying, oh no, we've had a bit of an outbreak where Walter's has had a severe injury to his hand. No video, just talking. It's like, is it real? Is it serious? What's going on? And in our minds, we're like, oh, if that's legitimately, oh bloody hell, that could be an end to a reign there in the wrong way. If it isn't, then let's build it up. Let's get to it. Let's see what Is he leading on to a storyline? Is he trying to fake his hand injury to get out the match, or something like that? Nope, it wasn't. It just came about that on this week's NXT UK, Regal, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, we're talking on it and going, we think, blah, blah, blah. We're saddened to see this match having to be postponed for the time being and had to be rescheduled. But we think this match is so big, we're going to take it away from the UK and put it onto the main NXT in the US because we think it's deserving.
Yeah, exactly. Which is not fair on everybody that is a big fan of the UK NXT.
Now, I'm happy that the match is getting showcased, but that little promo there at the beginning, it's like, we think it's big enough to go over to the main. It's like the main NXT. It's like, so what you just said there is the NXT UK is not big enough.
But it's not had its opportunity to be big enough because no sooner had it started, the pandemic started.
Give it time.
You know what I mean? Give it time. In fact, actually, no, I'm going to stop you there because it was selling out. It was selling out crowds. Now, if you give it a bigger venue, I reckon it'd sell even more.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And the scary thing about it is, why don't you just let the NXT UK guys do the NXT UK guys thing on their events? Why haven't we got an NXT UK event? Oh wait, we couldn't because of the pandemic. But we're now slowly getting eventually out of it. So when's the next NXT UK big event? Oh, there isn't one. We've only got NXT. So you're doing a bit of a disservice to NXT UK there, because the only time
it's got a lot of good talent on there.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good talent, some great matches, and it's even got like even unique concept with the Heritage Cup.
Yes, exactly.
Which is great. It's diversity again.
Well, the Heritage Cup, we all know a certain person that had issue with the Heritage Cup, whereas I didn't.
And neither did I.
So, yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. And it's showcasing British wrestling in such a way. I'm loving it. I know British wrestling might not be for everybody. And I even like how they even introduced the product on NXT UK. Wherever you are in the world, watching it, thank you for joining us at NXT UK. They're not just saying it's just the UK for the UK fans.
No, they said it worldwide because the world is our oyster.
Funny. But yeah, and the talent that is coming into NXT UK.
Yeah, but it's not just that, though. It's not just talent coming in from the UK. It's talent from Europe.
Yeah.
You've only got to look at Dragunov and Walter. They're prime examples of it.
Yeah.
It's not just that. I mean, you've also got big companies like PCW.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, they showcase wrestlers like Dean Allmark.
Yeah, it's showcasing from around the world.
You know, it's just ridiculous. Honestly, it really is. I mean, you got like wrestlers that have come through the independent scene, like Cesaro. Yeah, okay, didn't showcase, not to my knowledge, didn't showcase on NXT UK, but still came from Europe. He's got a lot of he's got a big fan base in Europe.
Yeah.
Because he toured the independent scene in Europe.
Yeah, and not just that. You've also got people who made a name for themselves as a gaijin, like Blair Davenport.
Oh, excuse me.
But straight away, it's showcasing great wrestling.
Exactly.
So,
but not just high-fly wrestling.
No.
It's showcasing back to basics, very good technical skills, British wrestling at its finest.
Yeah.
Back to bare bones. I call something, fuck it, I'm going to put it out there.
What?
I'm going to call it Regal wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
William Regal. Pure brilliance.
Yeah. If you want another feud on NXT UK that has got me hooked, it's the feud between A-Kid and Jordan Devlin.
Yeah.
Because in the match, Jordan Devlin, technically, in a way, if you watch their match against each other, it was almost like Devlin took things too far and ended up breaking A-Kid's leg in the ring. And it looked, and I'll say this to you now: if that was legit, props for AK for allowing that to happen. If he did, because Jesus Christ, and if it wasn't legit injured, I wouldn't know how the fuck they did it.
Well, this is part and parcel of why they're professional wrestlers.
Oh, exactly. But when you've got fellow people who know the business and everything looking on going and not even sure about it, if he's legit injured, you're onto a winner there.
Exactly. But anyway, we need to move on because
No,
we
I was
spent
just
a lot
about
of
to
time.
say. No, moving
We
on.
spent a lot of time on AEW, didn't we? So
We did. And shall I just speed this up for WWE?
well, let's just gloss over the fact that Money in the Bank was a pile of shit.
Well, actually, I was going to address a bit of NXT, but I'm going to address NXT properly. Sideways with WWE, because there's a reason for that.
Yeah, people making debuts.
Fuck. Anyway, NXT it's good anyway. By the way, let's just get to WWE. Money in the Bank. Okay? The Money in the Bank winners. Didn't see that coming.
No, we didn't. But who won out of me and you on our head-to-head?
Me.
Motherfucker.
Because of one match. And you're not going to like which match it is.
It's fucking Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it. My heart
Yeah.
said no, but my head said yes. I went with my heart.
As much as I was on the same page of your in regards to that, my heart wanted to say Rhea Ripley, but my head was like, no, it's Charlotte fucking Flair. And I'm glad. It's just history. I've done it a bit in the past where I've gone, go with the heart against Charlotte Flair. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I think we're kind of learning that lesson with Charlotte Flair. Although we have been right with her once.
What?
And that was when she faced Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when she faced Becky Lynch. Pretty sure.
Well, but we're still all pissed off because she got involved in a match when she shouldn't have even been involved.
No, exactly.
Again.
It's like the whole Royal Rumble scenario all over again.
Nope. Not mounting.
All I'm going to say...
I could create an entire segment on my own on the whole...
We could probably talk for 3 hours about why it's such a bad thing for women's wrestling that Charlotte Flair is always on top of the mountain.
But
I severely hope, because they brought Rhea Ripley from NXT up to the main roster, that they don't get her lost in the female mid-card, because that's what NXT did to her, and that isn't fair.
And, well, it happened to her because of who, again?
Yeah. Who?
Who caused that to happen to her in NXT?
I don't know, probably Ric Flair's new lover.
No. Charlotte fucking Flair.
Yes, exactly. The whole fucking WrestleMania bollocks again.
Right? And what made it worse, do you know who else had the Charlotte effect done to her? Asuka.
Yep. I was just about to say.
Asuka hasn't beaten.
I wanted Asuka to beat her for the championship and continue with her unbeaten streak, because she is an amazing talent and deserves so much better. I actually think that she is better than Charlotte Flair. And you know for a fact that I don't doubt for 2 minutes that Charlotte Flair hasn't got talent. I don't doubt. No, sorry. I mean, I don't doubt that she has got talent.
Oh, far from it.
She is
absolutely
the
talented.
only female wrestler I've ever seen do a moonsault to the outside of the ring from off the top rope.
And I will give her props in her match against Rhea Ripley. The way she hit natural selection.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I thought she killed her.
Well, this is the thing. Let's talk about Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley should be the face of women's wrestling. Agreed?
Should be moving up to it.
Agreed?
Yeah.
She should be moving up the mountain now. And then I would think that a feud between her and Becky Lynch would be the best way.
Oh.
The best way.
Oh, good Lord.
But it's not going to be the case because...
Money. Take my money.
Well, yeah, exactly. I would watch that because regardless of what Charlotte Flair can do, she's still riding on the coattails of her father's name.
And it's not... You could say that it is her, but at the same time, WWE are doing it.
Yes, but at the same time, though, they're looking at it. The name Flair comes with a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And it sells. And what I'm trying to say to people who watch wrestling and watch WWE, you need better, more fresh talent coming through. And Rhea Ripley is that fresh talent coming through. But now she's been buried twice by a wrestler that's been on the scene for quite a while and has won that many championships that she is nearly on the verge of breaking her own father's record.
12 championships.
Because you think about it, look how long Flair was wrestling before he attained all them championship victories.
Yep.
How long's Charlotte been wrestling for in the WWE, on the main roster and NXT?
Well, no.
Not as long as it took...
No. Nowhere near.
She's won that many titles in such a short space of time.
However...
She's not a father. She'll never be a father.
However, I could really be mean if I wanted to right now in regards to her father's championships. If she gets to 17, she hasn't actually technically really beaten Flair's record.
No,
really?
Because Flair's won more titles than that.
He's actually won more than 16, actually. Technically, because did he only recognise 16? In actual fact, the actual number's 20.
Mm-hmm. It's like when John Cena keeps going on about this record championship victories.
No, which is fine because he's a WWE guy. Fine, that's his bag because he's turned around and said, he probably wouldn't make it on the independent scene. He stated that himself because he's a WWE guy. His choice, fine, no worries. Move on.
But anyway, Charlotte Flair has just buried Rhea Ripley for the second time, and I'm actually pissed off about it. I'm not happy. I never will be happy. The only thing that made me happy was her losing it practically straight away. That's the only thing that I took fucking satisfaction in.
You took satisfaction? No, wait. You took satisfaction in it, and, I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you, but me being the fan... At the same time, it's just now thinking to myself, when she winning it back, and if she isn't, when she's switching brands.
Yeah. Because don't get me wrong, there are plenty of other talent that needs burying at the moment.
And I know a lot of people can sit there and saying, "Oh, Cena did it, his shovel burying," or Triple H had his shovel burying, Roman Reigns had his shovel burying, and yet not one fucker says Charlotte Flair is burying anybody.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to point out right now that I've seen a few fans turn around saying, "Hang on, guys, didn't Charlotte Flair also get buried by Natalya when she was on NXT? Yeah, how long was that for? A short time.
A very short time. And now look at Natalya and look at where Charlotte Flair is.
Right, when she was on NXT. Right, it happened for a short time. Charlotte's on the main roster. Rhea Ripley's come up to the main roster. And it's just bury. Anyone who comes up, it's like, and this is the issue I have with WWE. WWE, as much as we picked on AEW for their women's roster, their division, I'm going to literally crucify WWE's because so far, whatever brand Charlotte fucking Flair is, you got to be below her.
Yeah, she's always got to be on top. And if the rumours are true, and that she's trademarked for 2 names
Oh dear.
outside of WWE,
Oh dear.
one of them being Queen of the Ring, not so long after a certain tournament next year has been announced. And what is that tournament, Mr. Burns?
Queen of the Ring.
Oh, Queen of the Ring. Congratulations, Charlotte Flair. Fuck's sake.
Bastard.
I'm not even sorry.
You bastard. Truth.
I'm not even fucking sorry.
All I'm seeing is that tournament is all that tournament's going to be. Look at all of our brands. NXT UK, SmackDown, Raw. You're all below Charlotte fucking Flair.
Yeah, exactly. So
Move on.
basically, what we're saying to you is that you can't win.
I'll say this to you. If that tournament happens, the second I see Charlotte Flair's announced, money's on here.
Yep. Straight away.
Money's on
And if
here.
we're wrong, fucking ecstatic. It's
I don't
worth
give a
losing a
shit.
fiver over.
It's worth losing the money. Don't give a shit.
So, anyway, let's move on very swiftly because we're dragging on now.
No. The pay-per-view, I'll just say, I'll summarise it. Pay-per-view had some unexpected twists, had some, okay, good, bad, yeah, I'm fine with it. I thought the women's Money in the Bank was rushed, but for what
I
they
think
did,
I think the women's Money in the Bank made all of them look stupid.
it was rushed, and it did make them look stupid. And, by the way, let me just point this out right now. On that match, the commentators, what the actual fuck? When you see ladders getting thrown onto Alexa Bliss, she's getting buried. Fuck's sake.
Well, it's not the first time she's been buried. Let's face facts.
No, however, I will still applaud a certain McAfee on his commentary because when I believe Alexa did the possession, straight after it, he literally just turned around and just go, what was it? He turned around to Selena Vega, just like, for blooming sake, Selena, don't look at the crazy lady's eyes.
Oh my god.
No, but it was done in such a and you could tell it was completely off the cuff. It was just pure genius.
Did you ever see that when Pat McAfee was sitting on top of fucking Michael Cole's head?
Yes.
And it's like, now that Michael Cole's coming out and saying thank you for rejuvenating my career
By sitting on my head.
by sitting on my fucking head, and it's like, really?
But no, but to be honest with you, Dan pair actually worked because you got Michael Cole, who's the... Can I be serious for a moment?
Oh, you mean the Matt Burns?
Okay, Pat.
Don't worry. At least I know I'm not Cow Pat.
Oh, no. I was actually complimenting you there.
I know.
Because I do think McAfee, Pat McAfee is awesome on the commentary.
Yeah, I do as well. I think so too.
Enough
I
said.
think so too. My thoughts on Money in the Bank? Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Women's was rushed, made everyone look stupid. The men's, I did call it. I was conflicted between Drew McIntyre and Big E. Big E won it.
Both
Big
of us
E
were.
won it.
Both of us.
We were so
sort of-
torn between Drew because the rest of them just didn't make sense. Although there was one particular moment in that match that made me go, "Whoa, that was cool."
Yeah, go on.
Ricochet.
Damn.
That boy's got some fucking moves.
Oh, and please, for God's sake, stop trying to kill Kevin Owens.
Well, I'm sure Kevin Owens doesn't mind, though.
No, but the point being is, Seth Rollins doing the powerbomb over the ropes, I thought he broke Kevin Owens' neck. When he went when he went through the line, I was like, no, not him.
But when we were breaking down the men's Money in the Bank match, we were breaking it down with logic. It doesn't make sense for Seth Rollins to win it. It definitely doesn't make sense for Ricochet to win it. And the only two that make sense was Big E and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre for the sense that he should not be out of the title picture.
And he's over.
And he's over. And it's like, he is one of the best wrestlers of our lifetime.
3,
End of.
2, 1. Claymore.
He is one of the best wrestlers of our time.
Yeah.
And he's just got a full package. You know what I mean? Yes, okay, he didn't go through a great spell when he was first in the WWE, but he went away, plied his trade. Wait.
Vince was right.
Plied his trade.
Yeah.
Made himself into something better.
Got a hench.
I don't think... Well, obviously, in Vince's eyes, that is an issue.
No. He got a hench in the right way. In the sense of, he looped the fucking bee's knees.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying, though. In the Vince way. Vince likes him big and Ripley.
Yeah.
But just not Rhea Ripley.
Please continue.
You liking these puns?
I see. I'm trying my best to contain myself. Please just continue.
So, yeah, Drew McIntyre, it was either between them two. Big E, he deserves the push. He really, really does. And it'll be interesting to see who he cashes it in on. My money is on Bobby Lashley. It really, really is. It's on Bobby Lashley. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep. Glad that as much as I think Kofi's great, I'm glad that they did what they did, the way the match did go against Lashley. Slaughter. It should have been, because especially with the way I thought it was interesting, the fact that on the Raw before, where Lashley goes, no, Kofi was right. And then made him pay for showing the mistake he made.
Yeah. It just makes sense to me. It just makes sense. Total sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Fucking bastard. It's my kind of monster.
Yeah. Edge and Roman, them pair can go.
Yeah, but again, that's 3 matches now that Edge has had with Roman, and lost all 3. And now it's just like, yeah, we're getting a dream match between Seth and Edge, but still, I'm not happy because Edge
deserves better.
And when you've got the the Vince guys, as I'll call them,
yep,
on top, you're not going to get a look in. And it's just like, when's Roman going to lose this title? When is... and I did call it. I called it with the Usos, didn't I? I said to you that I could see Roman keep retaining his title, and I can see the Usos winning the tag because they haven't done the all... I'm just going to call it... Yeah, they haven't done the bloodline, and they haven't done the whole we hold the power segment yet with them. So I can see Roman retaining that title for quite a while.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me think that Big E is going to be WWE champion.
Yeah.
Because either way, we all know, unless your name is Otis, that once you cash it in, or should I say, Bobby Hill.
Or should we say Bulk?
Yep.
And we're not actually fat shaming here, by the way. We're on about Power
No,
Rangers
we're not.
bulk.
We're on about Power Rangers bulk. And also...
He just needs his Scully.
Do you remember the Scholarship Edition PlayStation game Bully?
Oh my god.
Yep. You
I can't
now,
see
can't
it.
you?
I can't.
Got you. Scholarship Edition. Brought to you by Otis.
I love it. Love it.
There is just too many comparisons there.
I love it. Anyway, we're going to have to speed up a little bit now. Basically, straight after we did all that, gone on to Raw.
Now, Raw was strange.
Right.
Blast
Okay.
through it.
Basically, Nikki ASH, don't even get me started on that. Because almost here, I had to change the name because someone's going to be coming up from the NXT roster, which is Karrion Kross, but we'll get to that in a minute. Nikki ASH ended up winning the Women's Championship from Charlotte by doing the smart thing by literally having Rhea Ripley take out Charlotte and claim the title, but unfortunately we know that even though technically WWE don't have the rematch clause, Charlotte will inevitably get fucking one.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And Rhea Ripley will be
I'm just hoping that
sent
Rhea
back
Ripley...
down.
And I'm just hoping that Rhea Ripley actually turns up and costs her the match. But then we know that she'll end up going somewhere else, probably either NXT or, to basically bury another NXT superstar. Because it's not like they got another big woman who's got the NXT championship. Oh, wait, they do. Raquel Gonzalez. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, moving on. We then get the return of Keith Lee. Finally, he's back to then get basically mowed down by the mighty one. In less than 5 minutes. Great comeback, Keith Lee. Thank you for coming
Who was
back.
that then? Was that Rick Astley? Was that Bobby Ashley? Or was it Bobby Lashley? I don't know. Apparently it was just some big black guy.
And that's from the WWE writers themselves, not us.
Yes,
Bobby
that was a
Lashley.
quotation. That was a quotation.
Yeah, but anyway. The point being is, Bobby Lashley buries Keith Lee. Yeah, I'm the champ. Who's next? Goldberg walk out. I'm next. Blah, blah, blah. It's part-timer against a full-timer. And yeah, I'm not being funny. Do the math if I'm not mistaken. Goldberg is fighting Bobby Lashley for the title. And yet, Goldberg couldn't beat Drew. Yet, Drew lost to Bobby Lashley. Need to say
2
more.
or 3 times? 3, 4 times?
Need to say more.
Again, Bobby Lashley is also another Vince guy. I swear to God, Vince McMahon just gets really hard when he sees muscles.
God damn it.
It's like, God damn it, I wish I was that big again.
But then again, like he keeps saying, he's Skeletor, he's got ripped muscles under that suit.
Yeah, he has. He literally, he looks at it. It's like every single time you see Vince McMahon, I've seen pictures of him training at the age of 71. Don't get me wrong, he's insane. But
can't we just have Vince voiced over by Mark Hamill?
Oh my God, yeah.
Just like the actual Skeletor on the new version of He-Man. Anyway,
brilliant.
Moving on. Sorry, I had to do that. It had to be done.
You're welcome.
Anyway, the point being is, so there we go. Keith Lee buried, and move on for Goldberg come in and to say, I'm next. Blah. Boring. Then we get Karrion Kross, who is the NXT champion. The reason why Nikki ended up having to change her name to ASH, as in Almost Superhero, because of Karrion Kross coming up. It's not like anyone's going to confuse them and say, are they brother and sister? Are they dating? Are they married? No, for fuck's sake.
Wasn't it spelt differently as well?
Yes, it was. She spelt it with a C, he spelt it with a fucking K. So basically, WWE now think the universe is fucking illiterate.
Well, we do believe that the WWE literally believe that we have very short memories.
Yes, we know this, but anyway, the point being is, he is now the NXT champion, so he's coming up, he's making a debut. Yes, he's the NXT champion. He should be looking good. He's against Jeff Hardy. He's going to dominate Jeff Hardy. No, he just lost in 5 minutes. What the fuck?
They won him in 5 minutes, was it?
No, it wasn't even 5 minutes. It was less than 5 minutes. I'm like, what the actual fuck? Oh,
Wasn't
wait.
it like 3-minute match?
3-minute match where Jeff Hardy decided to come back to his old music, the one that he actually was waiting for when the crowd come back. Fine. Nostalgia. Great. But the point being is, part
What,
was
you
like,
mean he's gone back to like the music that he had before he left?
No. It was the one. It's not the Hardy Boys. It's the one that he had, I think, previously. But anyway, not the point. My point being is if Karrion Kross wasn't holding the NXT Championship, okay, fine. You want to do that, Vince? That's okay with me because Karrion Kross doesn't look like a superstar without his fucking messes or the nostalgia or the steam or the proper entrance that he's been getting on NXT. Because WWE wants him now coming down as generic wrestler 248.
Yep. But that's all he is.
Right? Yeah, great, okay. The problem I have with it is he's the NXT fucking champion, Vince. You just buried the entire NXT fucking roster.
Somebody tried to say on a group chat that what people have to remember is that NXT is a developmental program. But then I'm just like, well, hang on then.
Wait there.
If that's the case...
Can I just counteract that right now straight away?
No, you can't. No, you can't, because I'm going to counteract it.
Please do it.
Well, if that's the case, then why did we have the whole NXT invasion angle? That actually made NXT guys look like badasses.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually won quite a few of them matches, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, to add on to, because this was my point, the whole Survivor Series thing, you know, one brand against another brand, when they did it, the three-way with NXT fucking won.
Exactly. So there we go. So it doesn't make, like I say, Vince thinks that we have short memories, and clearly we don't. So, yeah, congratulations, Vince. Way to bury a fucking third-party company.
Way to bury your own future.
Yep.
So, in other words, what makes it even worse is this has actually brought on heat to, from NXT towards Vince saying, "What the actual fuck?" And he's like, "I don't care if they're coming up from NXT. They'll work what I want. Damn it."
Yeah, can you imagine the scowl that Triple H will give him across the dinner table?
Oh, see what you did there. Love it. But the point being is, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, oh my God, a certain tweet from years ago from a certain former WWE wrestler put out on Twitter is so true. Do you know what it was? From CM Punk, do you know what the tweet was? I don't watch WWE anymore because technically they're not even at, and this is not me actually stating that word for word. This is me just summarising basically what he was saying. He's basically implying that WWE is not actually for the fans. It's actually just for one viewing of one old man.
Mm-hmm. But we've known that for years anyway.
No, he actually, and by the way, I only stated old man because that was actually in the tweet. That's not me stating he's old. That was actually within the tweet. Basically, he's saying the main roster for WWE is just kowtowing to Vince McMahon, regardless of the fans. The fans can cheer whatever he wants, and he'll do whatever he wants to do, regardless. So, in other words, I've made my money. I don't give a fuck. So,
yeah, that's it.
If that is the case, then believe me when I say this. If WWE don't actually sit down and change their shit, I can see the opposition catching the fuck up, especially with the fact that they are joining together.
Yes, also at the same time, they are slowly creeping up. I don't give a shit. You can tell me that Raw's had 2.7 million views and AEW's only had 1.14 million views or whatever it was the other day. You can't tell me that right now, this very second, that WWE are the superior brand, because they are not. History-wise, they are. History-wise, it beats anybody hands down. It beats any company.
Yeah.
But no, not right now. It doesn't. It is not a superior brand. It's just the more well-known brand.
Yeah.
It's the household brand, and that's why it's gone to pot, and it's why it's so boring. It's because it's become mundane. It's hard to watch.
Yep. No, I
Remember
agree.
the first episode of Raw that went on for 3 hours? And it wasn't too bad. It was watchable, but it wasn't great.
No.
But then you had, it's just thingy. But I'm not even going to go there because we need to move on.
Yeah, that we do. Basically, to put it into simple, they've been around long enough to become the villains. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. Just the one thing I will say about WWE that is so interesting is the whole John Cena and Roman Reigns situation. Like, we instantly thought they were going to slip into that feud straight away, and they haven't.
Yeah, well, there's time yet.
They could probably get there, but the fact that instead of them going down that route, Cena's made the challenge, Roman's gone, nah, mate, you're not relevant enough. Finn walks in, I'll fight you. You're relevant enough, I'll fight you.
Yeah, but that just says to me that if they're holding off on that feud from SummerSlam, then it's going to be WrestleMania next year. Now, if it's going to be WrestleMania next year, that says to me that Roman's not losing the title until next year.
When supposedly The Rock is meant to be rumoured coming back. However, even though there's actually rumour corner, it's actually stated that The Rock will be possibly making a visit to WWE at Survivor Series.
You've just given me a very, very horrible thought.
Go on.
A third in a lifetime event, including Roman Reigns.
No, I'm out. See you later. I'm going to do the SpongeBob meme and say, I'm going to head right out of here.
I'm going to do the SpongeBob meme where he buries himself in the sand and goes, nope.
Yeah. I'm just going to say no to that. And I think this is a good enough time to pretty much just say end of the talking of wrestling, shall we?
Yeah, I think so.
Normally, we'd have an epic, we said, we normally have a non-wrestling topic. We've talked that much wrestling. We had that much to talk about. We're going to leave it there. I'm just going to make this even quicker. Instead of me doing the usual plugs, the plugs are on the website, on the links section. That's all I'll just say. Our website is www.theburningtruthuk.com. You know what social media is. You know where to listen to the past episodes. And I'm just going to say mental health is massively important and it should not be overlooked, none whatsoever. And of course, we will always say be excellent to each other and to also follow the number one rule of Progress Wrestling and of the Burning Truth and in general life, which is
don't be a dick.
And with that, I'm just going to say, I hope you all stay well, stay safe, and until the next episode, we hope you keep up checking up on your local wrestling because it's coming back.
Yay! Well, it's already come back, really, though, hasn't it?
It has, and even we're paying a visit to, even we're taking a road trip on in I believe, if I'm not mistaken, about a week in 2 weeks' time. Is it?
2 weeks' time, APW.
APW.
I said that like it was a question then. Sorry, APW.
Yeah.
It's because I forgot, really. I forgot.
New Heights.
New...
What?
New Heights, matey.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to be hearing that all night, aren't I?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. It's a shame that we
Bollocks.
won't be doing the commentary there, that is.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh yes, so much fun.
I'm going to be taking the equipment just in case, because when their equipment has failed, they may actually have us doing the commentary.
Oh, nice! I can do that.
I've just thought about it because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm not sure if they've got anyone doing the commentary. Nothing's been mentioned about it, so it could actually happen.
Why you just ask him then, don't you?
In other words,
what's the space?
The commentary gear, the commentary gear is going to be on standby.
On standby, but also as well, I want to congratulate PCW for holding their first event since last year.
Yeah.
18 months ago, I believe.
Yep.
They held their first event last night, and I hope it went well.
Yeah.
I know that my trainer made his PCW debut last night, so congratulations.
Don't think he did.
Did he not?
He did not. Something that actually happened, unfortunately. Not 100% sure if he did or not. There was some unfortunate news because I think there was something that had actually happened.
Oh, right, okay. Well, that's a shame then, isn't it?
I think something had actually happened to make certain changes to the event, I believe.
You know, I actually looked at it and I thought to myself it was a bit light on the match card.
Yeah, I just thought I didn't know if you knew about it. I only knew about it because I was quick on social media, and I'll be honest with you, I got lucky on spotting it. Otherwise, I'd be in the same ballpark as yourself.
Well, that's a shame anyway, but hopefully he makes his debut very, very shortly.
Fingers crossed, because, genuinely much deserved.
Yeah, so, but anyway, congratulations to PCW, congratulations to any other promotion that's managed to open the doors to the fans once again for the first time in a long time. It feels like it's been a fucking million years. There's only one promotion I won't be mentioning, but I won't be saying anything because their show's not for a while, and hopefully the UKWA show is very much sooner than that.
It will be. I'm aiming for it.
Aiming. Like he does when he goes to the toilet for an old man pee at night.
Hang on. How the fuck do you know about that?
I'm old as well. I'm older than you. That extra 12 months really does you in, you know.
I was actually expecting I was actually expecting you to sit there saying, I was actually expecting you to go down the route of, I haven't got no cameras. Or something like that.
No. I've seen your manhood.
No comment. We're not doing that. Nope. Moving on. Anyway.
Sleep tight, matey.
That's a wrap up for this week. I've been Matt Burns.
And I've...
I think the Giggle Monster's arrived.
Oh, fucking hell. It's not the first time I've come late.
And that's what she said.
Oh, damn straight.
Anyway.
But anyway, I have been James Irvine. You have been listening to The Burning Truth. It has been a pleasure, even though it's been a long one. We had a lot to talk about, a lot to cover, and we were doing our psycho ranting again.
Yeah. Apologies.
For the first time. But to be fair, though, it has been the first time in a fair few months that we've had a proper rant.
Yeah. Cut some slack. So with that, it has been emotional. Until next time, catch you later.
Goodbye and good night.